report that it would be unwise to report that their entire Scud missile capacity had been devastated and totally taken out of operation. Those are the sources of those two reports. So, I mean, from what happened here a little while ago, if the continuing and repetitive booms that we heard going off were indeed the Patriot anti-missile missiles being launched, and they certainly were booms, and it's not the kind of sound that we've heard anytime soon, that is the case. There's something definitely happened here. Back to you.
Also, Charles, one last question. Have Saudi officials mentioned any fears that Israel may retaliate? Are they worried about Israel retaliating?
Everybody here is concerned about that right now. Sally, I apologize, but I'm being wrapped up here. I've got to go.
All right. Thank you. We'll try to get back to you. Thank you, Charles Ziwi, and take care of yourself. Reporting to us live from Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, they believe there, or they're afraid there, that more Scud missiles may be headed their way. Well, right now, we want to help you visualize just what happened in Israel tonight, just where the missiles hit and where they probably came from. Rick Sanchez is at our war map with more on that. Rick.
All right, let's start, first of all, Sally, by explaining to you where Charles Ziwi is. Now, you have to remember that Saddam Hussein made two promises. I think in this case, it might be more appropriate to call them threats. He said that he would bomb with Scud missiles the Saudi oil fields. He also said that he would bomb Tel Aviv. Let us first refer to the area of the Saudi oil fields. This is the area where Charles Ziwi is. Most of the actual Scud missiles would be deployed from this area. Again, remember that the Scud missiles have a range of 550 miles. Dhahran is in this area that I'm touching right now, right here. This is the Persian Gulf. This is Dhahran. This is around where the Saudi oil fields are. Actually, these are refineries, and it would serve Saddam Hussein well to blow those up. It would certainly cause a lot of chaos. However, there are a lot of troops in that area, though we haven't confirmed that there is a U.S. military installation there. We'll explain to you why later it makes a difference if, in fact, there is a military installation there. Now we're going to go over to the other side of this. This is the western flank of Iraq. This is the other threat that Saddam Hussein made. Now, keep in mind, that threat has not yet been kept. Charles Ziwi is intimating that there are Scud missiles heading toward his direction, but as of now, Dhahran has not taken a hit. There is an area that has taken a hit from this western flank. There is a city here called Rutba. It is in the western flank of Iraq. As we have explained to you, that's where the missile silos of the Iraqis is. However, the United States has knocked the Rutba missile silos out. However, Saddam Hussein has apparently outsmarted the U.S. forces in this instance because he was able to hide some mobile Scud missiles and has used those apparently from this region to shoot in the direction of Israel and more specifically Tel Aviv, staying away from the area of Jerusalem over here. Now, I'm going to stand up. We are taking a special angle now where you are looking at me from above. We are going to go to a special effect that we have created, and you will see how the actual attack began. This is, I'll let you see it for yourself, a total of 8 missiles, all of them hitting in the area of Tel Aviv. You may ask yourself at this point why Jerusalem was not hit. Well, it is quite clear that Saddam Hussein has said that he would not hit Jerusalem because he thinks Jerusalem is in fact a holy city. He has said that if in fact the Israelis leave the area, that should be called Palestine, and Jerusalem should be the capital of Palestine. So from what we understand right now, Tel Aviv has been hit. We have not confirmed, though there have been reports, Sally, as you well know, throughout the course of the evening that nerve gas was used at least in one location. If, in fact, nerve gas has been used, most experts say conventional warheads on these Scud missiles could do more damage from the standpoint of mass, from the standpoint of area, than the nerve gas would do. Nerve gas in and of itself could damage an area of 2 blocks, possibly a little bit more, but if it's only one warhead on one Scud missile, that's pretty much the extent of it. Sally?
I lost the signal, Rick, with Charles Ziwi before I got a chance to ask him why, if they know these are coming, why they couldn't intercept these Scud missiles. That's a valid question. I wish I could have asked him that.
Well, I'll tell you, I think I might be able to answer that question for you. If, in fact, the Scud missiles are shot in the direction of a military installation, then it is possible for the United States to intercept those Scud missiles on the way, actually in the air. However, as you will note, and as we have told you, most of these Scud missiles have been shot by Saddam Hussein into civilian targets. Again, let's take a wide angle again, and I'll show you this on a large map. I'm going to put my hand on where possibly the Scud missile is shot from. You draw a direct line to Tel Aviv. If he is shooting at a military installation here, it can be picked off in midair by intercepted by another missile the U.S. can shoot. However, if he's shooting south of there or north of there, as he has in fact done, then it is impossible for the interception to be made. The interception has to be made in midair, and it almost has to be a straight line between both missiles when in fact they make contact in the air, Sally.
Well, of course, there is a military base in Iran, so there's hope that they can intercept those missiles if they are on the way.
That could be a different case entirely. You're correct.
All right, thank you, Rick. We'll check back later. Well, as you know, and as we've been talking about it for the past 5.5 months, there is no greater horror than a nerve gas attack. Israel tonight reacted quickly to the threat. Everybody got on their gas masks and their protective suits when they thought the missiles that might have chemical warheads were coming. We continue our Team 7 coverage tonight with health specialist Marilyn Mitzel. She's here to explain the dangers of chemical warfare. It's hard for us to visualize it, but they are